Hi, and welcome to your new Hunter X2 controller to run your irrigation system by Neal Landscape and Irrigation Company. In this video, we'll be learning how to properly program your irrigation controller to water your yard and landscape. First thing we want to do is make sure there is power to the controller and your display is illuminated and showing a readout. If there is no readout, check your outlet or your breaker. Next, turn your dial to date and time and go through the fields. Left and right arrow will change the fields, up and down will change the values. Once your time is set, the next setting is going to be the most misunderstood setting of the controllers: start times. The start time setting refers to what time you would like to start an individual zone. It does not represent the start time for each individual zone. It will run the entire system. Multiple start times will run the entire system multiple times. This is an effective strategy for newly installed landscape, where you could run the system early in the morning, say at 4 a.m., and then again at 8 to give the yard some extra water in the hot months. But only should be done for a week or two max. Outside of that isolated instance, this setting should have one time on it, and it should be A1. A1 will signify turning on your system and running all 4 zones. All other start times should be set to off. If your irrigation just runs and runs and you can't figure out why, it most likely has multiple start times and possibly multiple start times across multiple programs. Go through each program and set all start times other than A1 to off, which is located between 11:45 p.m. and midnight. You'll see here as we scroll back down, if you go to 11:45 midnight, 11:45 and then to midnight, it will turn it to off. And you want everything except A1 to be to off. Going to A1, your optimal watering window is going to be between 4 a.m. and 8 a.m. Earlier, such as in the evening or at night, can make your lawn susceptible to fungus and disease, and later in the morning or during the day can cause loss of effectiveness through evaporation. Our next setting is run times. This value represents how long each zone will run. Rotors and MPR sprays should run anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes in the warmer months, depending on sun and temperature. Your yard will tell you when you are over or under watering. Dry spots or sunspots during the warm months will tell you a little more water is needed, while saturation and sloshing in the yard will indicate too much water and needing to lower your times. Also, keep in mind that when houses are closer together, coordinating with your neighbor to water the sides of your house may be necessary. Same thing as with the clock. The left and right arrows will change your zones, while the up and down arrows will change your values. So we're going to set these zones to 30 minutes apiece. And you want to make sure that all of your zone times that you're putting on correlate with the zone that you have your start times with. Make sure you're all doing in the same program or it won't work properly. Next is water days. You'll see the little droplets. Currently, this is set to run daily. If you were to turn it off, you would see a line signifying that it's off. This setting is to set which days of the week you will run your system. For most homes, a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday setting will be just fine during the warmer months. When in a drought scenario, your municipality or HOA may dictate which days to water, and this would be used on your custom setting. This controller is very versatile and can water a variety of patterns from odd or even days, every 2 or 3 days, or a custom daily schedule. It adjusts the same way as the other ones, where you have left and right to change your fields, up and down to change your values. If you go past the day, just go back and you can change it. Once you get to the end of the week, you can enter in to either odd or even days, or you can go into an interval where you can do it every day or every 3 days or every 4 days. Generally, we like the custom schedule more. It's a lot more user-friendly and a lot easier to know exactly which day you're going to water. Next is the seasonal adjust setting. The seasonal adjust setting gives you the versatility to change your run times on each zone incrementally across the entire system. So currently, on your run times, you have 30 minutes. In the fall or in the spring, you may want to increase or decrease your times by a percentage. So what we'll do is we'll move this down to 70%, and you'll see when you turn it back to the run times, it has dropped your time from 30 to 21, but it is across all the zones. Next is the pump setting. If you have a shallow well or a secondary pump, you can control it through this setting here. It can tell you whether or not to turn the well on or off. Next is the manual setting. There are actually 2 ways to do the manual turn on. The one that is most easiest is to put it to run and hold down the right arrow. Once your setting comes on, you'll see that it's ready when the sprinkler comes on. Once the sprinkler comes on, you'll have water. You are then free to either change the times or scroll through the different zones. This is very easy when you just simply want to run a single cycle. The yard looks a little dry, I just want to run through it one time. You just hold down the right arrow till the sprinkler comes on. You go back inside, you leave it set to run, and it'll go back to its regular program without affecting any of your preset settings. There is also this manual setting where you can just run a single individual zone by turning it there, adjusting your time, and then turning it back to run, where you'll see it and then you see the sprinkler come on and it will just run that area. If you need to turn your system off, simply turn the dial to off. When you're turning it off, if it is just to turn off some manual watering, be sure to set it back to run so that your regular program will continue. Now you are ready to run your irrigation system and begin managing your lawn and landscape water needs. Once again, thank you for attending our video.